Graphing a line in y equals mx plus b form using a graphing calculator, TI-83 and or TI-84. The first step when graphing a line on a graphing calculator is to be sure that your graphing calculator is turned on. The on button is located at the bottom left-hand corner. The cursor begins to blink, noting that the calculator is on. The second step is to look at the functions at the top of the calculator. The blue buttons represent all of our graphing functions. In order to type in the line in the calculator, we have to hit the y equals button at the top left. Once the y equals button is hit, you will notice all of the y1, y2, y3, y4, etc. Those represent different lines that can be inputted into the calculator to give you a line. We need to determine which line we are going to be graphing. For this video, we're going to be graphing the equation y equals 2x plus 3. This is the equation we're going to type in our calculator. Where y1 is located, you see the cursor blinking. We need to type in the equation y equals 2x plus 3. The y equals is already there, so we're going to type in 2. Notice the 2 shows up at the top where the y1 is located. For the x variable, it's next to the alpha button. We're going to click that, and notice the x shows up at the top where our y equals is. The next part of the equation was plus 3. Plus 3. Our equation is now entered into the calculator. The next step is to be sure that we can graph this equation. Going back to our functions at the top of the calculator, there's a button titled Graph. We will click that button. This is the equation y equals 2x plus 3, as we have graphed it on the calculator. To be sure we have graphed it correctly, I have graphed it by hand on a coordinate plane. Notice the two graphs are very similar. To check to be sure our points are on the graph and match up with those done by hand, we can check the table function on our calculator to find all the ordered pairs. To do that, you're going to hit the second button. Then you're also going to hit the graph again. Above the word graph is the word table. That gives us the table noting all of our x and y values. So here on our equation, y equals 2x plus 3, for negative 8, our corresponding y value should be negative 13, and so on. Using the arrow keys, you can scroll up and down along your x and y values if you need to find any points on your equation. Once you are finished, you can hit second, then mode, which also represents quit. This clears you out and brings you to the home screen. Do not forget, in order to save energy on your calculators, we need to turn it off. So that would be second and on. You have now learned how to graph a line in y equals mx plus b form using a graphing calculator.